Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief program, where we dive into the latest happenings around the city with a pinch of zest and a lot of zest. Today, we've got a smorgasbord of stories that reflect the city's dynamic pulse. First up, the Hong Kong Trade Development Council is rolling out the red carpet for the April Lifestyle Products Fair, promising to be a melting pot of innovation across fashion, furniture, and more. With over 1,700 exhibitors from around the globe, it's set to be a hotspot for design aficionados and trade professionals alike. Next, we're spicing things up with a look at Hong Kong's culinary landscape. The city is on a mission to become more welcoming to Muslim visitors by boosting its halal dining options. With a mere 0.8% of its dining establishments being halal certified, there's a vast untapped market waiting to be explored. The Hong Kong Tourism Board is whipping up a campaign to encourage more eateries to join the halal bandwagon, aiming to spice up the city's appeal to Middle Eastern palates. Rounding off our trio of tales, we're talking travel with the launch of Hong Kong's new octopus card for mainland China jaunts. This nifty little card is breaking down borders, making it easier for Hong Kongers to hop on public transport across 336 mainland cities. It's a step towards closer integration with the mainland, and a sign of the times in our ever-connected world. So, stick around for the full scoop on these stories and more. Please continue watching for detailed content. Imagine walking through the corridors of this fair, where over 1,700 exhibitors from more than 17 countries and regions display their finest creations. Special overseas pavilions stand prominently, offering a glimpse into the global design trends and lifestyle innovations that are shaping our world. The fair aims not just to showcase products but to foster connections within the global design and lifestyle communities, providing a unique platform for collaboration and inspiration. Yet, as Hong Kong continues to position itself as a global hub for trade and tourism, it faces a challenge that could limit its appeal to a significant demographic, Muslim visitors, particularly from the Middle East. The South China Morning Post highlights that the city currently lacks sufficient halal food options to cater to this market effectively. With only 0.8% of the city's licensed or permitted premises considered halal-certified food premises, the scarcity of dining options poses a significant barrier to attracting Middle Eastern travelers, who are predominantly Muslim. Recognizing this gap, the Hong Kong Tourism Board is planning a publicity campaign to encourage more businesses to become halal-certified in at least one category. The campaign aims to raise awareness among restaurant owners of the potential of the Muslim market and educate them on how to cater to Muslim dietary requirements. This initiative reflects a broader effort to make Hong Kong more Muslim-friendly and tap into the lucrative Middle Eastern market by potentially designing a new halal certification system. Amidst these efforts to enhance its global appeal and inclusivity, Hong Kong is also taking significant strides in facilitating seamless travel for its residents and visitors. The launch of a new all-in-one travel card, the Octopus Card, marks a milestone in the city's integration with mainland China. As reported by SCMP Opinion, this innovative card allows users to top up in Hong Kong dollars and use it for public transport in 336 mainland Chinese cities. With the ability to hold up to 3,000 Hong Kong dollars in stored value and be used on 38,000 mainland public bus routes and 285 rail or ferry services, the Octopus Card exemplifies Hong Kong's commitment to making cross-border travel more convenient and accessible. However, the card's utility is currently limited to public transport, as it cannot be used for retail or other transactions across the border. This limitation underscores the ongoing challenges and opportunities in fully integrating Hong Kong's systems with those of mainland China, a task that requires careful consideration of the diverse needs and preferences of travelers. In conclusion, Hong Kong is at a crossroads, striving to enhance its global stature as a hub for design, trade, and tourism while addressing the specific needs of diverse visitor demographics. From the groundbreaking April Lifestyle Products Fair to initiatives aimed at attracting more Muslim visitors and facilitating easier travel to mainland China, the city is navigating a complex landscape of opportunities and challenges. As it moves forward, Hong Kong's ability to adapt, innovate, and inclusively cater to a global audience will undoubtedly shape its future as a vibrant and welcoming destination on the world stage. In a world that's more interconnected than ever, the stories of exploitation, deceit, and divestment from the U.S. by a Chinese security camera manufacturer reveal the complex challenges of globalization. From the corridors of power in the U.S. to the bustling streets of Poland, and through the deceptive letters of a Canadian conman, these tales unfold. Nikkei Asia reports a significant shift in the surveillance technology landscape as Zhejiang Dahua Technology, a Chinese surveillance camera manufacturer, navigates the troubled waters of international trade and political scrutiny. Dahua has made the strategic decision to divest from the U.S. market, selling its fully owned subsidiary, Dahua Technology USA, to Taiwanese company Central Motion Picture USA for a total of $16 million, including inventory. This move comes after Dahua security cameras were designated covered telecommunications equipment or services under the National Defense Authorization Act of 2019. The company found itself on the U.S. Commerce Department's entity list in October 2019, accused of being linked to the mistreatment of Uyghur Muslims in the Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region. This divestment highlights the growing tensions between the U.S. and China, especially in areas concerning technology and security. On a different note, Al Jazeera uncovers the plight of Filipino workers in Poland, particularly women, who have left their homes in Asia hoping for a better life, only to find themselves ensnared in exploitation and unfair labor practices. A year-long investigation reveals stories of wage theft, unlawful termination, and even passport confiscation. These workers, lured by the promise of higher wages, find themselves trapped in a cycle of exploitation, working long hours under poor conditions, and facing unreasonable salary deductions. The number of Filipino workers in Poland has surged from 2,057 in 2018 to 29,154 in 2021, driven by the country's economic growth and demographic challenges. However, this influx has not been met with adequate protection or regulation, leaving workers vulnerable to forced labor, especially in the agriculture and hospitality sectors. The investigation calls for a change in the narrative around migration in Poland and emphasizes the need for stronger protection and support for migrant workers. Meanwhile, the BBC reports on the downfall of a Canadian conman, Patrice Runner, who managed to swindle over 1.3 million Americans out of millions of dollars by masquerading as a psychic. Through fake letters promising wealth and happiness, Runner and his co-conspirators convinced victims to send money, amassing over $175 million over 20 years. Operating from behind the scenes, Runner used shell companies in Canada and Hong Kong to conceal his involvement in this deceitful scheme. His conviction and subsequent sentencing to 10 years in jail serve as a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities many face in the digital age, where con artists can exploit hopes and fears from thousands of miles away. These stories, while diverse in their settings and subjects, share a common thread of individuals and entities navigating the complexities and sometimes dark corners of globalization. From Dahua's strategic withdrawal from the U.S. market amid geopolitical tensions, to the exploitation of Filipino workers in Poland, and the deceitful practices of a so-called psychic, these narratives underscore the need for vigilance, regulation, and protection in a world that's ever more connected, yet fraught with challenges. In the bustling city of Hong Kong, where East meets West and tradition intertwines with modernity, a series of events have unfolded, capturing the attention of both locals and the international community. From the political arena to the sports field, and even the academic sector, these developments have painted a vivid picture of a city in transition, grappling with change and striving for excellence. The South China Morning Post reported on the first Patriots-only district council election in Hong Kong, an event that marked a significant shift in the city's electoral landscape. This election, held last year, came with a hefty price tag of 1.2 billion Hong Kong dollars, $153.2 million, a staggering 90% increase from the previous election in 2019. Despite the substantial financial investment, the election witnessed a record low turnout rate of 27.59%. The funds were disbursed over 3 financial years, covering extensive staff costs and publicity efforts. This election was a pivotal moment, as it was the first to be conducted after the government's comprehensive overhaul of the district councils, aiming to ensure that only patriots govern Hong Kong, in line with Beijing's policy direction. On a different note, the anticipation for the Paris Olympics 2024 is building, with Hong Kong expected to send a smaller squad compared to the team that brought home 6 medals from Tokyo 3 years ago. So far, 20 Hong Kong athletes have secured their spots in the upcoming summer multisport event, a decrease from the 46 delegates sent to Japan. The South China Morning Post provided insights into the athletes' journey, highlighting the absence of men's teams in fencing and table tennis, and the exclusion of karate, which means Grace Lau and Mo Sheng will not compete. Despite these challenges, there is still hope for qualification in sports such as triathlon, gymnastics, and athletics, showcasing the resilience and determination of Hong Kong's athletes. In the realm of academia, Hong Kong's examination authority found itself in a predicament when content from the ongoing university entrance tests allegedly leaked on Xiaohongshu, a popular social media platform in mainland China. The South China Morning Post covered this development, noting the authorities' swift response to report the incident to the police. The leak involved the question and answer booklet for this year's English language listening test. The examination authority vowed to take appropriate follow-up actions in accordance with established procedures if it is confirmed that an examination personnel breached the confidentiality agreement. This incident underscores the challenges faced by educational institutions in maintaining the integrity of examinations in the digital age. These events, each significant in its own right, collectively illustrate the dynamic and multifaceted nature of Hong Kong's society. From the political reforms that redefine the landscape of local governance, to the athletic endeavors that showcase the city's talent on the global stage, and the academic integrity that underpins the future of its youth, Hong Kong continues to navigate through periods of change. As the city looks forward, it remains steadfast in its commitment to excellence, resilience, and integrity, embodying the spirit of a metropolis that is constantly evolving yet firmly rooted in its identity. In a world where the luxury market is as dynamic as it is competitive, Ralph Lauren is making bold moves to secure its place in the heart of China, predicted to become the world's biggest luxury goods market by 2030. According to the South China Morning Post, Ralph Lauren has laid out ambitious plans to open 20 to 30 new stores annually across China. This expansion is part of a broader strategy that includes leveraging the brand's growing value through extensive digital marketing strategies. Ralph Lauren's approach in China, which it considers its most advanced market for digital activation, revolves around growing its presence in key cities, driving core products, and strengthening the brand through strategic marketing and partnerships. Notably, Ralph Lauren's signature products have resonated well with Chinese customers, prompting the brand to focus on expanding its women's business in mainland China. This cluster approach to business growth highlights Ralph Lauren's commitment to capturing the hearts of luxury consumers in China. Meanwhile, on the geopolitical stage, China's maneuvers in the Middle East present a complex narrative of diplomacy and strategic interests. As reported by Foreign Policy, China is navigating a delicate balance in the region, backing Iran in its conflict with Israel while attempting to de-escalate tensions. This intricate dance involves supporting Iran, a significant ally, while also trying not to alienate other regional players or overly provoke the United States, which remains a security guarantor in the Middle East despite China's criticisms. The recent conflict has tested China's diplomatic credibility, especially following its successful mediation between Iran and Saudi Arabia last year. China's refusal to condemn Hamas after its attack on October 7 suggests a nuanced strategy that may impact future technology transfer and trade deals with Israel. In the realm of technology and security, China's influence continues to raise eyebrows globally. Fortune magazine sheds light on concerns surrounding TikTok, the popular social media platform owned by Chinese parent company ByteDance. Reports from former employees indicate that significant amounts of user data were sent to China, raising questions about privacy and data security, despite initiatives claiming to keep U.S. users' data within the country. Additionally, the proliferation of content farms on TikTok, targeting U.S. teens with videos of industrial processes like plastic crushing and injection molding, adds another layer of complexity to China's digital outreach. The financial stability of Chinese firms is another area drawing international attention. Nikkei Asia reports on the financial troubles of Times China Holdings, a Chinese property developer facing a winding-up case filed by Hang Seng Bank, a subsidiary of HSBC. The bank seeks to recover substantial sums from Times China, which has vowed to resolutely oppose the petition and protect its legal rights. This legal battle comes amid discussions with creditors over debt restructuring, following the suspension of payments on foreign currency-denominated debt by Times China in December 2022. The case highlights the ongoing challenges within China's property sector, which has far-reaching implications for the global economy. These narratives, spanning from luxury market expansions and geopolitical strategies to concerns over technology security and financial stability, paint a complex picture of China's role on the global stage. Each story reflects different facets of China's ambitions and challenges as it navigates its path towards economic and diplomatic influence. Whether it's Ralph Lauren's retail ambitions, nuanced diplomacy in the Middle East, data privacy concerns, or the financial health of its property sector, China's actions continue to captivate and shape international discourse. In the bustling city-state of Singapore, a trend that whispers of the past while embracing the future has taken root, captivating both locals and tourists alike. The South China Morning Post takes us on a journey through the city's best-hidden speakeasies, where the allure of history blends with the thrill of discovery. Imagine stepping into Live Twice, a Japanese-inspired bar that transports you back to the post-World War II era, where every sip seems to tell a story. Or perhaps you'd prefer to delve into the mysterious ambience of Chandu, an opium den-themed bar that echoes the whispers of colonial Singapore. For those seeking a twist on the conventional, Oriental Elixir offers a dimly lit haven with an experimental menu that promises an adventure for the taste buds. But the intrigue doesn't stop there. Junior the Pocket Bar reinvents itself every few months, ensuring that each visit is a unique experience. Meanwhile, Roxy takes you on a journey to New York's 1970s hip-hop scene, and Last Word serves up classic cocktails from the Prohibition era, each with its own tale to tell. These speakeasies are more than just bars, they're gateways to another time, providing an immersive drinking experience that's both nostalgic and innovative. Across the globe, in Canada, the government is taking steps to safeguard the nation against a different kind of threat. The Globe and Mail reports that the Canadian government has allocated a substantial sum of over $650 million Canadian dollars, $515 million, over 8 years to the Canadian Security Intelligence Service, CSIS, to combat foreign interference and expand its operations. This significant investment underscores the importance of staying ahead in the ever-evolving landscape of global threats and technological advancements. With a focus on enhancing intelligence capabilities and establishing a stronger presence in Toronto, the initiative is a testament to Canada's commitment to national security. Amidst investigations into Chinese interference in domestic affairs and the cessation of financial assistance to Canadian students studying in Russia, this move by the Canadian government is a clear statement of its resolve to protect its sovereignty and the integrity of its democratic processes. Meanwhile, in London, a tragic tale unfolds as reported by The Independent. The serene facade of a £4 million Airbnb property near Hyde Park was shattered by a horrifying crime, the murder of Kamanan Thyamphonot, also known as Angela. The Thai woman, who held dual Chinese Hong Kong and Thai nationality and worked in property management, met a grim fate in the Bayswater property. The suspect, believed to have known Thyamphonot, has reportedly fled the UK, leaving behind a trail of questions and a community in shock. Neighbors recall the chilling sound of screams, a haunting reminder of the violence that occurred. As the Metropolitan Police seeks extradition and has referred itself to the police watchdog over the delay in visiting the property, the case highlights the darker side of urban life and the complexities of international crime. From the hidden gems of Singapore's nightlife to the serious endeavors of national security in Canada, and the grim realities of a murder investigation in London, these stories weave a tapestry of the diverse challenges and experiences that define our global landscape. Whether it's seeking solace in the nostalgic embrace of a speakeasy, safeguarding a nation's integrity, or seeking justice in the aftermath of a crime, each narrative offers a glimpse into the human quest for connection, protection, and truth. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.